Ken Rintoul and Joe Carr like having a laugh, but they're deadly serious about the future of New Zealand's rural sector.
In actual fact, every farmer I've talked to, if they're not going to the wall, they're just treading water. I mean, we know a lot of farmers locally that are not putting fertiliser on. So that tells us that's one of the first indicators that things are really struggling.
The idea to start a political party was born when the two challenged the Far North District Council in August last year after it planned to raise farmers' rates by up to 400%. The council capitulated and victorious Ken and Joe turned their attention to central government.
Economically, we're borrowing at the moment for our social policies. The government is. We can't keep doing that forever and a day. We need to get this nation back to working. We need to stop bringing people into this country to do jobs that New Zealanders can do.
At first, they called the party the Rural Party of New Zealand, but changed it to Focus New Zealand to appeal to a broader voter base. Their slogan is prosperity through productivity. They're currently working on forming policies, they say, but they're sure of their core ideologies.
I think it's about time New Zealand stepped up. So we're a proud nation, we can do it, we've got to be a can-do nation, we've got to get our productivity underway, we've got to reward productivity and enterprise and just make decisions about what is actually frustrating that. Is it necessary? Is the regulation necessary?
One thing they say they feel strongly about is too many rules and regulations placed on farmers and other tradesmen.
And we're asking New Zealand, what do you think? There's just so much over-the-top stuff going on, and it's at a huge cost to productivity, and it bashes people's initiative. And we're talking about the plumbers, the electricians, the guys in town who are told they can't climb up 2 steps up a step ladder, got to put a scaffold right around a building to work less than 2.4 metres off the ground. Hey, it's just getting over the top.
Another sore point is importing products and workers when these things could be supplied in New Zealand.
And we're importing kumaras out of China. I mean, that's the sort of thing. We're bringing beef out of Australia. We're bringing all sorts of stuff out of countries that we produce here, and we actually showed half them how to produce them.
The party has grown to around 300 members since its formation in August, but it has a long way to go before the next general election in 2014. The party will need 110,000 votes, or 5% of the country's vote, to get seats in Parliament at the next election. That's roughly the same as filling Eden Park Stadium twice over. Just ask the Auckland Blues how difficult it is to fill it once. Northland has historically been a hotbed of rural politics and disgruntled farmers. Harold Rushworth of the Country Party of New Zealand held a seat in Parliament between 1928 and 1938, and in the 1960s Northland voted in Vernon Cracknell of the Social Credit Party. Focus New Zealand, though, is hoping to get more than just a rural following. Farmers and manufacturers, they say, are inextricably linked.
If the manufacturers are getting hit, the farmers are actually getting a double hit, because not only are the company that they've got shares in getting hit, but their own gate, what they're getting at the gate's getting hit as well.
Something Auckland University politics professor Raymond Miller says they'll need if they're to make it into Parliament.
Well, rural voters amount to about 6%. Well, farmers amount to about 6% of the population, and most of those people are going to vote national. So you have to go beyond farming communities. You have to go into provincial towns, to people who get their livelihood from prosperity on the farms.
Behind the scenes of the party is Ross Murant, an ex-National Party MP, police sergeant and leader of the Right of Centre Party in the 90s.
The pendulum always swings away from the incumbent, and it is now swinging away from National. If I look on the centre-right side, it seems to me most of those parties won't get back. So I believe there's a gap centre-right.
Focus New Zealand says it won't become a coalition partner with anyone, but will work with other parties via a confidence and supply agreement so as to continue to push their own agenda. It's their grassroots, they say, that they'll never forget.